despite the fact that Pepe got 2 goals, Xhaka was easily our man of the match, or should have been. And they want this Basuma to come in and replace Xhaka. If he's going to come in and replace somebody, surely it's Partey. Because we've seen all season that Xhaka is far superior to Thomas Partey. Far superior. But again, he's not a bad player. I'm beginning to think that the only difference between Xhaka, because he performs well in every game, basically, and the rest who don't, is that Xhaka is a stronger character than everybody else.
Yes.
That he doesn't let the fucking shite and the shouting from the sidelines and all the rest of it influences him as much as all the others do. It has an effect on them. You know, football's about moments, right. Not seconds, yes. Microseconds.
Yes.
The moment that he shouts an instruction to someone from the sidelines, they've got to wait for that instruction, take it in, and then action it. That's time gone. The close down, that moment is gone. So he's told them to do something that should have happened when he wanted to tell them. Not when he's told them, when they've taken it in, and then they go to action it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know,
here?
George. I know.
That cannot work. That moment is gone. That instant where they should have done what he wanted, if they should have done it, has gone. But he's shouting.
I'm pointing.
I don't know. Kieran, pass it to Xhaka.
Yeah, or pass. Yes.
By the time Kieran's heard him say that, by the time he's looked round to see where Xhaka is, Xhaka's moved to a different position that he was in when he should have received the ball. Tierney's passing it to him now in the wrong position because his manager just told him to do that. It slows the fucking thinking down of everybody involved. His constant barking instructions like he's painted by numbers on the fucking sidelines, that's holding us back as well, in my opinion, in a big way, and not in a small way, in a big way.
And you know what, George? I mean, I know exactly what you're saying, but you see, it goes back to something that the media and many of our fans buy into. Wenger would coach his team preceding, 5 days in the week or 3 days or in between, right? Take the walk through. You know, he did a 1 hour session. It was famous, a 1 hour session, right? After Pat Rice took them through their physicals, a 1 hour session with Wenger, focusing on certain things. And Wenger would sit on his chair and watch intensely. And occasionally he would jump. And these people would say, oh, he doesn't know what, he doesn't tell the players what to do. But do you recall how fluently they did? He trusted them. He allowed them. You do what we practiced in training. You do it instinctively. You move that ball from back to front without worrying about the opposition and get yourself in a goal-scoring position. No, our current lot believes that you should be there waving your arms, telling the players what to do. Well, the end result is 55 goals. This is my point. The end result is 55 goals. Do you see Bielsa waving his arm? He sits on the bench and he sits on his haunches. He might be barking, but they score 60. He lets his players play. Tuchel sits. He lets his players play. Pep sits. He lets his players play. Yes, there's a crisis. They jump up or they go to the assistant ref and bark in his ear because that's the only thing they can do when there's a bad decision. You can't go on the field and chase down the ref. But this is what good managers do. Your preparation, you don't interrupt the thought process. You let the instinctual nature of the players. They are the players. You are a manager. And most times you are not as good. You are never as good as they are. And it gets to me, George, and I'm sharing this with the audience, that our fans think that by waving and barking and looking important on the sideline is coaching. No, it's not. Your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I agree completely. I mean, if you interrupt the thought process, you're basically, by definition, slowing it down. And the difference between a good player and a very good player is that they think faster. So everything that you do to slow their thought process down is taken away from the team. And it should be instinctive, not thought. And you see, it's like you say with Arsene Wenger, he would occasionally get up off his chair, walk to the side, look at a player and say, I don't know, Xhaka, move 10 yards forward.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. Turn around and go back. That's telling him that basically move 10 yards forward in general terms.
Yes.
Press a bit more. Get up the field a bit more. But Arteta's going, Xhaka, move 5 yards to the right. No, 3 yards to the left. 2 yards back now. Now run 10 yards.
Yes.
Now pass the ball back to the goalkeeper. And run back into the left-back position and get the ball. Right, now pass it. And it's like, fuck's sake.
Let the players play.
There's no fucking instinctive play from them because he's telling them everything to fucking do. And they're doing it behind time. They're doing it out of time.
Right.
Because they've got to wait for his fucking instruction. It's pathetic. The best thing that's happened in games is when we've gone behind and they've stopped doing what they're fucking told and just got on with fucking playing it. They've just fucking done it themselves. David Luiz and Xhaka just fucking driving the team on rather than Arteta driving the team from the back seat.
Yes.
It's fucking pathetic. Pisses me off.
Well,
everything about him, fucking... And it's... You know, I know it's not right. I know it's my fault. I know I'm stupid. But it fucking annoys me beyond belief.
Well, George, I like to go back to the data, as you know. And the data shows that there's only one team ahead of us with anywhere close to the poverty in goals that we have. Not less, but anywhere close. Chelsea came fourth and they have 58 goals. Liverpool 68. Leicester 68. Spurs 68. Well, Manchester City is out of sight. That's lock on the figure, right? It is not working. And I like to end on the, come close to the end here, George. That is wishing and hoping, Dusty Springfield, that this will improve. I don't know what is the basis for it. I don't see it. I don't know about you, George, but you think Arteta is gonna? He might take us. I always say this is probably a sixth place team, but because of his coaching, in my opinion, we are eighth, right? And I don't know if I am pretty sure in my mind that it won't be much better next year. I don't know about you. It's a long way away. But I've seen enough, George. Arteta is controlling. He's manipulative. And that is not good. He's unimaginative, and that's not good for a team of Arsenal caliber. Yeah, if you're down with Newcastle, Big Sam didn't work for West Brom, did it? But that doesn't work for a big club. That's my view. I may be wrong, but I've seen enough of this guy for 18 months to conclude that I'm not going to be singing any lullaby at night and on my phone clicking away like most fans were on the stands yesterday, thinking that this could turn out well. Your final thoughts on this, George?
Well, the problem is that he's here for the foreseeable future.
Well, he's going to be here for the year. I'm sure they're going to keep him.
And he's presenting this. I mean, have you seen this absolute shite that he's coming out with, praising Josh Kroenke?
Oh yeah.
saying how they're going to do big things and everything. It's like his PR is out of this world, really, and people are buying it, and they shouldn't be buying it. But the point is, he's here to stay because they'll support him until they can no longer justify supporting him. And we're just howling at the moon.
Yes.
Wanting him gone.
It's not going to happen.
We have to fucking find a way of trying to enjoy the game despite him. I mean, it shouldn't be like that. But what's your alternative, Shatter? Another 12 months of absolute fucking bilge and moaning and not looking forward to writing blogs or doing podcasts, you know, and getting fucking nowhere fast. Yeah. It's just a spiral that we're going down on, and it's hard work to enjoy supporting Arsenal at the moment. That's what's sad. For me, and probably for most other people, that's all they want. They want to enjoy the game. Exactly. They want to enjoy being a supporter. How can you enjoy being a supporter of Arsenal under Arteta at this moment? But that's what it is. We're stuck with it.
Yeah, we're stuck with him.
There's no get-out clause.
Yeah, they're gonna keep him, George.
No penalty clauses even for him.
Yeah.
You know, he's done a poor job, and the outrageous thing is there are people seeing it as a good job.
Too many, but you know,
too many. I don't know how they do it. You know, probably drugs.
George, no, I think it's like I said, it's, you know, first of all, it's a state of denial, and at some point when people are in denial, you gotta tell them, you know, you gotta move on. And
but nobody wants to hear it, Shotter.
Yeah.
People don't want to be told that because they want hope.
Right.
They want belief.
Yes.
They want to think that it's better. You know.
Yes, George.
Religion.
Yes.
People don't want to be told there's no God because they want to go to heaven. They want it.
Yes.
You know. No, if you tell them there's no God, they're not having it because why would they? I want my God. I want to go to heaven. I want to enjoy life. It's the same with football. They want to look forward to something. They want to think it's all going to be good in the end, and it's all going to come right, and we're going to get back into the top four, and we're going to start challenging for Europe, and we're going to start challenging for the Premier League, and we're not. I told you at the beginning of this season that we will not get higher than 8th. If you remember, I said we would finish between 12th and 8th, and we sneaked into 8th on the final day of the season.
Well, and the pro Arteta crowd will sell it as a major achievement to George. By the way, I thought we would. I always stuck to my 6. But here's the thing. I always stuck to my 6. By the way,
we won't be better next season.
Well, no, we won't be.
We might move up one place because we don't have European football and we can concentrate, put all our eggs in the Premier League basket. We might get one place further up, but we are not getting in that top 6 next year. That's my prediction now. Unless Arteta goes, which he isn't going.
Yes.
And if he does go, it'll be too late. He'll have gone because we have such a bad point tally that we've had to get rid of him. And that means that it'll be too late to get into the top 6 from that point. So for me, there is absolutely little possibility of us getting in the top 6 next season.
On that wonderful and optimistic note, George, I am going to bring this too long podcast to an end. I want to thank you, my friend. I think we have touched the points that a lot of people want to avoid. They don't want to talk about it. They want to avoid it. But I think it's necessary to say it because this is the reality that has steered us for the last 12 months, or well, whatever the whole long the season. And it hasn't gotten better as we predicted. And this is what it is today. Wishing and hoping that things will be better. I'm not into that. Dusty Springfield is long gone, and I kind of base my prognosis on my projections on reality. I don't see that. Thank you very much, George.
Bye.
You have been very good. Thank you very much.
This concludes another edition of the Uncensored Arsenal podcast. Show your appreciation by subscribing to our weekly podcast and by clicking the like button wherever you listen. Remember, at Uncensored Arsenal, we believe the Arsenal way is fundamental. Free-flowing, attacking football by a club with integrity and class. Thanks for listening.